final mission to save mankind has failed.
The 70-mile-wide asteroid known as Matilda
Is set to collide with Earth in exactly 3 weeks' time, and we'll be bringing you our countdown to the end of days, along with all your classic rock favorites.
First off, great movie. It's very dark. Like, what interested you in such a dark role?
It was a script that I thought about a lot after I'd read it. It was one of those. It is dark, and it's pretty absurd that a comedy would be set in in that scenario of the end of the world. But yeah, it made me think a lot about my own future, the things that are important in life, the joy that you can find. So yeah, it was one of those things I couldn't get out of my head after I'd read it.
So, what are you doing with the rest of your life?
Catching up on some me time, find God, maybe move around some chairs.
Maybe I'll run into you on an orgy or something.
Well, that sounds nice. Listen, Elsa, you don't have to come next week or ever if you don't want to. It's okay.
You fighting me?
There's just
Speaking of
no
your own
need.
future, like we always joke around with this, like what albums would you bring if there was the end of the world? So I wanted to know, what albums would you bring if there was the end of the world?
Everything that Taylor Swift has ever recorded.
So you wouldn't bring any Kanye West?
No, just I guess Taylor Swift would be the anti-Kanye West, wouldn't it? I've met Kanye West. I hosted SNL when Kanye was the musical guest.
Really?
And we did some intros together. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun meeting
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend the last few days of your life with a total stranger.
You're not a total stranger, and these aren't my last days.
Oh, you're a survivalist.
No, I'm not a survivalist. I'm an optimist.
There's also been a lot of talk of the zombie apocalypse that we're in right now, because a lot of people are getting eaten with bath salts and stuff. So I just wanted to know, like, what was your thought on that? Do you think the end of the world is really coming?
I think that people are going to all be eaten by bath salts. I think that's... I didn't even hear about that. People are being eaten by bath salts?
No, what's happening is people are using bath salts as drugs, and they're turning into these monsters and literally eating people.
Oh, I thought you meant like they were getting eaten in their bathtubs by the salt that was eating their skin.
No, they're snorting bath salts and turning into zombies.
Where did I not hear about this?
This guy got his face eaten off.
We need to reshoot the end of this movie.
Where
people just snorting bath salts at the end. I have not even heard that. You know what? I think it's relevant. This movie is relevant on a lot of different levels, and I think mostly because it, to me, seems like a metaphor for just life. You know, we're all headed in this direction. We all know that it's going to end for us at some point, and the question is how we choose to use that time before it does end, and how much we embrace and to live life without regrets. That's kind of the crux of, what I thought the movie was about.